Exactly.
Yeah. Man, I gained 10 pounds eating the red and the green M&Ms, bro. I gained 10 pounds so quick. On top of it up today, how you brothers been for the week, man?
Oh, we've been good, man. We've been
good.
Yeah. We can't ignore the ratings. I mean, this light skin thing is working for me and Derik.
I heard it's more market. Where do we start?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Chop It Up. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ring the bell, chime on so we come in and make comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's 4 brothers on here. Will always get back to you. So, brothers, man, I haven't seen you guys in 7 days, man. What's up with you, man? Talk to me. Derik, how you feeling? What's going on in your life, brother?
Hey, man, life is really, really blessed right now. Just celebrated my birthday on Saturday with some just a wonderful little low-key situation. I'm not a guy that needs a whole lot of pomp and circumstance. I'm kind of laid back, and I love laid back situations, quiet situations, just kind of staying in the cut with family. Right up my alley, you know what I mean? So just enjoy my time with my family. 1 or 2 friends over, very, very light, very, very light. Because you still got a COVID situation out here, so I can't really be, around people. I'm kind of sensitive to that, But just enjoying that time, man. Just enjoying that time with family. And I'm back to work, so there's a good thing, back doing what I love to do, helping people out, being there, a support for people. Shout out to all the disabled people that, out there. We really need to look at that community. They're a very at-risk community, and they use a lot of support, especially these times. So I'm always blessed and happy to be there for them. And I'm just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Back here doing what I love to do. The other thing I love doing, which is hanging with you guys. My birthday. I've had some birthday epiphanies, what have you. Things I've decided to do. I'm trying to improve my relationships with people. I kind of tend to get away from folks a little bit. I think we all been there at times. You have a few people that you want to be in touch with, and you kind of don't always get in touch with them the way you should. So I'm trying to improve those relationships, let people know how I feel about them. And hey, thank you, Monique. Thank you very much.
What up, Monique?
Hey, and thank you. Hey, hello.
What up,
and I'm just trying to be more of a presence in the people that in the lives of the folks that I really love. I kind of spread myself thin a little bit, so I'm trying to tell people expect a phone call from me. Long overdue phone call, I might add. So and that's it. So I'm just enjoying that thing. What's going on, Melvin? Yeah, for the hard way. That's what's up. That's us. For the hard way. I think that. And that's what that's what it is, man. So I'm just really enjoying my time. And again, this is the highlight of my week. So I'm here with some intelligent company right now. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out, man. So that's what I'm doing, man. So
happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So what's up, Rob? What's up with you, man?
Not much. I mean, I had a slow-mo week. You guys can hear me good?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Okay, good. Yeah. But I had a slow-mo week. Nothing really to report. You know what I mean? Got a lot of rest. Took my naps daily. Ran some few errands. Had a dentist appointment. But the one thing that actually stood out this week was actually today. And I need to ask you guys advice on this, right? I got a problem with my Amazon delivery guy, and I want to know how I should handle it.
Okay.
Now, it seems to me that the Amazon delivery guy is a smart ass. Every time we order something that's kind of heavy, he puts it on the door so you can't open the door. Yeah. And like light packages, he puts at the edge of the step. So I'm kind of realizing this has been done intentionally when it's heavy stuff. I mean, literally puts it on the front door so you cannot open the door.
So you literally, like, if you're trying to walk out your front door, you just push it.
And open it. I can't push it out because he leans it on the door because it's heavy.
That's bullshit.
You can't convince me that he's not doing this intentionally.
You might have a point.
And guess who popped in my head when this happened?
Who?
Kelvin. I said
Yeah.
I can't keep denying that Kelvin has a point. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, what would possess you to be a smartass like that? To keep putting all, and I mean, it's only with the heavy items. Like, every time he does it, my wife has to call me and says, Rodney, I can't get out the front door, you know. But how would you handle this? How would you handle this situation, Kelvin, when I finally run into the Amazon guy?
Yeah. I would give him that warning first. You know, I definitely would give him a warning first. You know, or I would leave something when I order. I'd leave something out there to indicate where I want it left. You know, leave it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to your house. I know you got room to just put it to the side. Something like that. So I would give that warning shot, and then after that, I'll be right out there when he get there, and I'll be sitting there in the car waiting. And then next minute, that 2-piece got to come out. That's just what it
man,
is.
I don't know. Certain things don't need to be.
You're saying, hold up land for him.
You got a lot of room there, Rodney, man. I'm telling you, man. That's all I don't understand.
You guys see my steps. Is there any reason to put it on the door or up against?
There's no reason. You got a lot of room.
But see, Rodney, I'm not gonna go into it. But some people be like, I hate that he's ordering heavy stuff. Not that I'm glad he ordering stuff, so I got a job.
Hey, Shauna.
That's just what it is.
How you doing,
Shauna?
Yeah, but okay. I didn't want to be hasty. Wait for the guy, see something, or order something heavy intentionally to see if he does it again. But
Rodney, you know why I'm proud of myself?
Why?
Because I didn't ask what the guy looked like. Because in my heart, it's a rhetorical question anyway. But I'm glad I didn't ask. Because I didn't ask, so you didn't have to answer.
Kelvin, you know what he looks like. Because you know why you know what he looks like? Because when I said I thought of Kelvin, you knew right then and there. Don't try to play those games.
I was trying to be politically correct, but I knew in my heart.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys' advice, and I'm going to just hold off.
Yeah.
If I know something heavy's coming, we're gonna leave a note that says, "Do not leave it on the door."
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You got hella room there, man.
Yeah. But I got nothing else to report. So I just got a beef with the Amazon guy. That's all.
Okay, cool.
So how your week, Kelvin?
It was pretty good. I have to say, I feel bad because I don't feel like I celebrated Dr. King's holiday the way I should have. I just feel.
I hate to interrupt you, Kelvin.
Go ahead.
I left out something very, very important.
I
did see the Cowgirls get their ass handed to them.
I want them Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowgirls continue their tradition of not making it to the big show. But Kelvin, I apologize for interrupting.
It's cool.
We can continue on now.
I would like to jump on them too, but I'm a Jets fan, so I can't. So it's not much I can say when somebody's throwing. But I just feel like I should have done something a little more to commemorate Dr. King's life. And I just feel like that holiday just gets overlooked by so many people. It just doesn't seem like it, people be out here tripping over Christopher Columbus and stuff like that. And I'm saying somebody that really did something to benefit all people, I just feel like, not we, but I definitely should have done a little bit more. So I'd like to at least publicly say, I'm so thankful for the contributions made by Dr. King and everything that he stood for and what he meant and continues to mean to my life and to millions of other people around the world. Doors. I think he's a modern day Moses, and I'm glad that he was such a liberator of the people. So, I'm just thankful that we had that day to celebrate. And I just, going forward, I want to do something a little more commemorative to celebrate his life and all the sacrifices that he made for not only our people, but people across the world. Outside of that, my week has been pretty good. I'm thankful, man. I'm appreciative the way we kind of moving through January without a big, terrible winter storm. And I know now that I said that, it'll be like in a 10-day forecast.
Just messed it up.
I know. But man, I'm just glad I haven't. People are like, oh, it's cold. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to shovel cold. And so as a result, man, I just feel really, really good that January is moving, man. Even though in New York, you get hit in April, but I'm glad. So other than that, everything is good, man. I feel pretty good. And, just looking forward to tonight's show. And I love Let's Chop It Up, and I'm ready to get it in. What's up with you, D? Tell me something.
Well, this week was a bad week, man. I had a few deaths I told you guys about. I had lost an uncle on Sunday at 1 p.m. and at the same time, 2 hours later, lost
for your loss.
A great woman, my aunt, and taking it bad. I'm kind of slow motion this whole week. It's been kind of foggy, and it just for women and gentlemen, but mostly women. If anybody, loved ones, just tell people around you that you have something going on. If you can. I mean, try to share. We can all try to help each other. I know people try to be private with things and let things slip, but just tell us that you're sick. And it's people that care for you that's still around, man. That's all I'm gonna say to people, man. Like, I'm very open about my medical stuff, so it's like I want to make sure that people, because we need one another, man. And I just see how my family is truly hurting. On the phone, my cousin going back and forth texting last night, her daughter, and it's just bad. And with my uncle this morning, it's just sad state of affairs. Really sad state of affairs. Let's tell people that you're sick. But otherwise, this week, slow motion. Besides that, Kelvin, it will be snowing tomorrow because my job already gave me an advisory, so you kind of jinxed that already.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, literally as he said that, I got a text.
It's gonna be a bad one.
Nah, it's supposed to rain in the morning and turn to maybe 2 inches, but that's
okay. I can live with that. Okay, I feel that. All right. A little frosting. Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah.
Let's
go. Well, CJ. Another brother said he was a Cowboy. No, he said it was San Francisco. Somebody said he was a fan. Dwayne, I think.
Yeah, it's my brother.
Oh, that's your brother?
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, man? What up, brother? I said, tell him what's up. He can hear me say what's up.
Yeah, shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to Shauna, who also won $200. I want to just shout her out too.
I'm coming to get some of that money, Shauna.
Little stack.
San Francisco, the Niners. Joe Montana, greatest quarterback of all time.
But the thing with the Cowboy thing is so funny that so many people are so upset, man. I mean, I'm happy because people don't understand. Cowboy fans always brag, so that's why a lot of people don't like y'all. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, is that I've never seen where Cowboy fans are like Trump supporters for real, because they believe that bullshit, and then when they get let down, they all start crying. They had the black lady crying, they had the fucking other people. It's like I'm like, y'all playing in the NFC East. The NFC East is whack. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all didn't play nobody when y'all gotta play the real shit. When the lights and cameras, the real shit come on, y'all can't step it up. That's why I was like, what was y'all really like Trump people?
But you know what? To be fair, if you have a team that loses in that fashion, like literally you got that one last play to get off and you don't even get a snap, you know that's
you gotta know the rules.
Yeah,
you can't touch the ball. That's coaching.
That was a mental breakdown. That's what that was.
Yeah, but they don't have a coach to me. McCarthy is not a coach to me.
They can't keep a coach. They change their coach like every 2-3 years. Well, you know what I'm saying? But
Maya, your mother is
slipping. Wow.
Like a Trump supporter. I love her still, but God damn.
Oh man, sorry to hear that. But the thing is, too, I want to piggyback off you, D. You're right. Like, how are the Cowboy fans not used to this at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Went since the 90s.
Yeah, since like the last 10 years, every year they started. Oh, the Cowboys are going to go to Super Bowl. The Cowboys are going to go to Super Bowl.
Bro, they haven't won since flip phones.
The only time the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl is if they buy tickets. That's about it. So the thing is, the Cowboy fans should be used to this by now. Every year they do the same thing. Same thing.
As a Jets fan, I can't say anything. I can't.
It's all right, Kelvin. You could get in there.
But no, Jet fans don't go bragging. Cowboys, think about it. Like, no one.
Jets fans know they're losers. They know they're losers. Jets fans.
Yeah. Part of the unwritten appeal of the Jets is that you know that you don't have to take it that serious, bro. You never lose when you're a Jets fan.
Here's the thing with a Jet fan or something like that. It's like it's not bad. Your expectations ain't hard, so it don't fall. Cowboy fans coming every year. This is our year. This is our year. Yeah. And that's what happens. So the Jet fan like, yo, if we can go 500, we good.
If we get 8-8, that's like that's magnificent for us, man.
Word,
fans are the worst, absolutely.
Word up, man.
Yeah. Monique said
what team really quickly? What team do you hate the most?
The Cowboys. Without a question. In all sports, I can root for y'all know I'm a diehard Yankee fan. Work for them and everything. I can literally go for the Red Sox. I cannot go for the Cowboys.
No, that's not me.
I didn't like New England when Tom Brady.
I hate the letters that spell the New England Patriots. I'm telling you the truth.
Yo, but before we forget, man, shout out to Sam Jamie. His birthday's today.
Yeah.
Word up.
Jam, happy birthday, man. Best producer in the game.
Absolutely. One of the best friends and producer the guy could ever ask for. Hang out.
And you know what? As a special gift from the show, Jamie, we're going to let you take us out to Ricardo's for your birthday, brother.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Great idea. Great idea. Great idea.
Oh man, shout out to Jamie.
I think that would be very nice of us to do that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
It's a thought.
We'll allow you to bring out your big wallet that night.
Derik said it's important.
Hey, there you go, Monique. Shout out, man. Happy birthday.
And I really don't drink, but I'll drink that night.
Jerry Jones is the coach. He's a general manager. He's everything. That's probably why they can't win, you know?
Oh,
yeah, too close to it.
We're making too many decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, fuck the Cowboys. Sorry, anyway, but here we go. Oh, man, we're gonna start with some topics of the doctor that goes viral. So a doctor using a patient's surgery to plug Delta Sigma Theta, which just had their Founders Day the other day, and throws up the diamond sign. And after she removes all these tumors from this woman.
Shout out.
I just don't understand the purpose of doing that shit during that time. I really don't get it. I'm like, yeah, we know you're great, but like the likes, like even the doctors get caught up in getting some fucking likes.
Well, I think there's a couple of things that we got to figure out. One of them is this, aside from that being really inappropriate, if you're going to throw up the Delta sign, that lotion game got to be right on your hands.
Oh, shit.
You can't do it like that because she was about to start a fire. If she
maybe the powder from the rubber gloves.
The powder from the gloves.
And I got to shout out. I know Sophia, I know you watching. I can't see what you texted me, but I know you watching, and you know your girl was wrong. The Deltas, y'all know y'all was wrong. Y'all know y'all was wrong. No, it was inappropriate. This is what I don't get. You know, as you mature in life, your judgment, for some reason, social media in the internet impairs your judgment. I don't know. There's no scenario where you think that would be appropriate. Literally had the removed fibroid tumors that was taken from this lady laying there.
And that ain't no joke.
And you should even have a camera in a medical facility somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? This is not something commemorative. Like
you got the fibroid sitting on the damn
table.
Right. So when you come up with these apologies, right? When you come up with these, I'll never, and I'm so thankful for this. I'll never forget. I said something as a kid, and my father reached across the table and slapped the fireworks out of me. And he said, I want you to think about what you say before you say it. This way you'll never have to apologize. This idea of always doing something and 24 hours later got to apologize, just rehearse it first. Think about worst case scenario first. And we would prevent making some of these mistakes. But I thought it was an egregious error on her part.
Yeah. Well, I agree, Kelvin, and now I have the answer to why you hate fireworks, because your father slapped the fireworks out. But I think the lack of professionalism in this situation is tremendous. To go through medical school, all that time, all that hard work, all that studying, to have it just downgraded in a matter of moments. This woman took 22 fibroid tumors out of this woman, placed them on the table, and they're neatly organized too. And that's
right.
Go back to the picture. You'll see they're very nicely organized, right? So they look at them. Look at them.
There you go.
Oh shit!
You see how it's symmetric. Everything.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now the thing is this: what this is going to do to her career is going to be tremendous. And you got to realize she has a tan, so her career is going to even be more damaged.
Right.
I mean, so what's the next step? You're going to take a selfie with somebody laying there with their stomach open? Like, when does this stop? Like, why would you do that?
I'm going to disagree with you, Rodney. I actually think the opposite is going to happen. You have a much higher opinion of the public than I do, bro.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I think we are in a new era. All right, where it is the economy of clout. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like you can just take pictures and whatever it is that you got going on, the likes. I think people are going to find out, oh, she got 1,000 likes. She must be an incredible doctor. Never thinking what she had to do or whether or not they just know that she's known. She's obviously a doctor. She's liked, and people go in there and they equate that without thinking with credibility or something. I don't think they think that deep, Rodney. I really don't think they think that
You may
deep.
be right, Derek. You may be right.
No, I'm gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if it does actually, nothing surprises me. I got to start taking that out of it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing surprises me. But I know one thing: she won't operate on me. I know. I can tell you that for a fact. She won't operate on me, and she won't operate on nobody in my family.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because right there, she lacks professionalism. She's not making good judgment calls, so she might make a wrong decision inside me.
Right. Exactly. Now, to be fair, I heard it's even a little more layered that the lady that was operating on is from a rival sorority.
Yeah,
AK, she's AK,
and that may make it even worse. I mean, you're not children. Certain lines shouldn't be crossed, and that's just off limits. You know what I mean? I'm just always amazed when the person says, "Yo, this would be a good idea."
Yeah.
What happens from that point?
Yeah.
So in the future, everybody just run something by one of your friends that has some sense, so they can actually reel you in a little bit.
Well, if you're hanging with friends that have sense,
right.
So sometimes that doesn't work out. If somebody got too much sense, usually everybody goes their different direction because people with no sense don't like to be told what to do.
Right. Good point, Rod.
But I don't know what this lady was thinking when she did this. I don't know.
I've never seen fibroid tumors before in real life. I didn't want to see it.
Now, neatly arranged on the damn thing, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. If you're going to see them, look at them like that. I guess. I don't know.
But look like she got them all, though. I can't front. You got to give her that, though. Look like she got them
That's
all.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Was this her first surgery? Was this her first surgery?
No.
Wow.
No. I don't think so. But I think I kind of agree with Derek now. The times are changing, and like we used to before, we say, "Yo, why like women get tattoos?" I think we're the old, and like we're looking at it from a mindset. These people don't care. Like people now, girls get tattoos anywhere, and nobody don't care about how does it gonna look when you're 50 or 60. They don't give a fuck. And I think this generation about the likes and stuff like that, she might wind up getting one of these reality TV shows from this shit.
I think you got to.
I don't think it's going to even matter. She's a good surgeon. If she's one of the best surgeons to get that out, she might have made one judgment error on that. If she's one of the best, she's gonna get that shit.
Hey, McCall, how you doing?
Yo, Nicole, how you doing? What up, man? Yeah. What up, Mickey?
Oh man, excellent. Thanks for coming through. Hey. Shout out to Melvin too. He says a doctor in Atlanta did the same thing and she lost her license. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, anyway, moving right along. So black basketball players arrived in China to play a game, and then the Chinese started hating on them.
Ooh.
So wrong story. We got a video to Jeremy. The basketball players showing up the China.
Fuck you! Yo, you know what the amazing part about that is? I don't think they have the R in their fucking language. Right?
Right.
I don't even think R is like of the pronunciation of the word R.
In China?
In China, like in China.
No, that's what I didn't think that's what was the amazing thing.
And they were able to pronounce that whole shit.
The amazing thing was somebody was able to drive that bus clearly. In that was amazing.
and not ride up on the sidewalk and kill everybody.
Yeah, that was the thing that caught my attention. I didn't hear nothing else. But yo, the real, the audacity. Yeah. The audacity. Yeah. I mean, the gall, as Steve A. Smith would say, the unmitigated gall to sit there and come up with a word, especially one derived from bigots here, to actually use it. And like I tell people all the time, just very, very conscious of who I spend with and how people are treated. And so, I believe in addition by subtraction. I just believe that's the best I can say it, because I wanted to say some stuff that would have come off really foul, but in the spirit of Dr. King, I'm not going to be foul. So I'll just say it like that, but whoever, that was just reprehensible. And that was just really, really foul to do that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I didn't like it at all. And as a result, I'll be very, very selective going forward with, you know, the way I handle people, the way people handle me and things like that. But yeah, I didn't like that at all.
But you know what, though? Here's the thing. You talking about China, a nation of over 1 billion people. You're bound to have some assholes. You know what I'm saying? And they got internet over there. And I'm sure they got trolls over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure that it's easy for them to go out there and everybody got a cell phone and they can make just as much noise as we can over here. And they can come out and call people niggas and everything else and get their little clout and make a big splash. I don't really take it I'm not going to take it that serious, only because I know if you put that many people to give that many people phones with fucking social media, you're going to eventually find some shit like this. So this is that.
This is why I don't jump out when about stop Asian hate. I'm not one of those people. You'll never see that something could be in one of those things, because they always treated us like in group wise, like the group, like the restaurants we go to. I had to take one to a small claims court because the motherfucker said, "Yo, this is where you wear your clothes like this," because he didn't hem my pants up right. So I'm like, I'm never ever gonna. We have no friends as black folks.
Well, this is the thing. Let's make a delineation. I don't agree with hating anybody, right? Like, in other words, I don't want to see anybody mistreated or attacked or anything like that. What I will say is, when it comes to support and rallying for everybody, I'm not, you know, I think we're very, very quick to do that, rally for everybody else when nobody's rallying for us. And I think we got to be very, very selective on how we show our support. And not only that, when we do what you want for it in return.
Well, that's what I mean, Kelvin. I don't want nobody. I don't want no one harmed.
Right, you'll never see me
rally for the cause. I'm not going to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because what I noticed is, when it comes to civil rights, every other group comes and rides on the coattails of the civil rights movement. And as soon as everybody benefits from that, everybody's quick to separate themselves from the people who actually laid the foundation of the civil rights movement and things like that. And that, I think, I wouldn't allow that anymore.
And this is why I go back. It should have been black rights instead of civil rights, because everyone jumps on civil rights.
And I think you make a very, very salient point.
Sort of making a point. She says we always come to other support, but no one ever has our back.
Zero.
And she's silent.
Exactly. And that day is over.
Yeah, that day is over. Like, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it, man. Because if you ain't coming for we sent the SOS out, ain't nobody showing up.
And let me say this, Melvin. The reason I don't think you just take the word and just laugh at it, because if you use a word that's slang and derogatory towards their community, they wouldn't just laugh at it. Correct. So you know what I'm saying? So while I understand people feel there's no potency in the word, if we're gonna do that, then let's be that way across the board. If you're gonna use a slur against us, then don't sit up there and be upset if somebody uses the same slur against you. So let's either be equal or nothing, and that's how I feel about it.
And for the people on the radio who's listening on the audio, Melvin was talking about it's just a word. You have to laugh at the word. He's talking about the N word.
Yeah. You guys, I agree. My wife has a cousin that she actually lived in China, so this behavior doesn't surprise me. They actually see black people, if you're down there, whatever, walking down the street, and they take pictures of you, like thinking you're automatically like a rapper or like an athlete or stuff like that. It's like they're not used to seeing black people, like it's foreign. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like when they see you sitting down somewhere, it's not shocking for somebody just to walk up to you and take a picture of you, just to say, yeah, I took a picture of a black person. It's that when I heard that, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But I've heard people that's in the music industry say the same thing. They say they think everybody's a rapper down there. Everybody.
And let me tell you something that happened to me. I mean, allegedly, this is what I heard, right? Long time ago, at one of the massage happy ending spots, right? This is what I heard. This is what I heard. Guys like me that's hairy and black go in there and they marvel at our coarse hair. And so they just rubbing me all over the place. I mean, rubbing the person I'm talking about all over the place at one of these happy ending spots. They actually love in their skin and everything at one of these spots. Allegedly, I heard about this, but this is absolutely true. They marveled at us.
Okay.
Place near 34th Street. I heard about. Tell you about it later. Long time ago. man. But they do marvel at us, man. But that was, anyhow, woman on
D, what a story.
You know me, Mickey. You know me, girl. Listen,
Shout out.
This is not gonna lie. This is a true story. This is a true story. When I used to frequent the streets, women on TikTok ask her followers to help her find a guy she met on vacation. His wife reaches out to him and say, "Yo, that's my man."
Yeah.
This guy walked on the beach. If you get a chance, people look on the video. We can't show it right now, but look on and see the video. This brother tried to shoot a shot on the beach, and he got caught out there. Beware of the cameras, brothers.
Okay.
Was he on a fellas trip?
I have no idea.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So him and his friends went to Miami, and so now I listened to his explanation. Okay, and he's saying that, you know, he's in the water. She and her friends over there, you know, playing around, everything like that. So he introduces himself. He said they had a 5 to 7 minute conversation. Okay. He said they had.
This is a trigger, y'all.
You know, he said they had a 5 to 7 minute conversation, and he's saying that she kind of conjured this stuff up. He's saying he was just making conversation. He said he had not spoken to her from that day to this all broke. He said they didn't stay in contact. He said he doesn't even know her name. So his wife is saying that to everybody it's a big joke. She said, but realistically, you know, this is breaking up a family, because she said it looks like the wife is saying that's it, like she's not having it. And she says it's embarrassing to her and her children, which is understandable. So we're not making light of that. He's saying it's much to do about nothing, saying he said, I'm hanging out, I'm having fun, I'm with my friends, and I saw somebody else who I thought was interesting, and therefore I introduced myself, and that's it. Now, what I realize is this: you could do something inappropriate and still not be guilty of infidelity. But I think what it is it's based on a couple. Certain people just believe that flirting is still against, you know, whatever, when you're married or you're in a relationship or something like that. He's trying to downplay this. So again, I'll say across the board, it just looks bad, you know. And now, Rodney, I know people talk about the guy's trip. This is what I was thinking about today. The only thing that can solve infidelity is self-discipline. It's, to me, not logistics. To me, it's not watching other people. It's, at the end of the day, a person that is just willing to commit to you and say, I am going to be faithful to you. And that's it. Other than that, trying to police people, tell them where they can't go, who they can't hang with, it's not going to work.
Nice try, Kelvin.
He stretched it out. He did his thing. He stretched it out.
Yeah, he stretched it out. He tried to help the brother out or whatever.
He did.
Now, I'm going to say we've had a conversation about this before, right?
Right.
And, you know, where I used to work, like, these things were kind of common. Somebody always came back, said too much. Sometimes things got home or whatever. So I made a decision that those type of trips may not be in your best interest as a married man. All right. Because especially when you go with a bunch of single guys, because then you're going to some guys try to play playboy and try to play single guy. Now, for all we know, he may be right. He never did nothing with this lady. But I'm going to tell you, he might as well had, because it destroyed his fucking life. Right. So he might as well did something with her.
Might as well.
Because guess what? His wife ain't buying it because it don't look right. She's been embarrassed. She's been embarrassed on social media. And the thing is, he's not going to have an explanation for hugging this lady in the bathing suit in the water, and some people taking a picture of it.
Right.
So obviously, he made this woman think he was single because she continued to look for him after this incident happened.
Right.
So
now, let me ask you a question really quickly, Rodney. Rodney and
trips go wrong.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So this happened years ago. You guys may remember this. There was a lady who was an entertainer that came up to Jerry Seinfeld on the red carpet. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm a big fan of yours. Can I have a hug?" And he's like, "No." He was like, "No." Like literally, when you are married, is it really just the thing where you like, you know, you have to just make sure that the perception is not even there of something inappropriate?
But the perception could jam you up.
Correct.
The conversation could jam you up.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? It just is.
Well, this guy had his wedding ring off too. They're saying that he had his wedding ring.
Correct.
Look. I just want to shout some people out. Tim said the other video ain't came out yet, so there's another story to that, right? According to Tim.
It's probably just going to get worse.
Never said that Miami water is cold, so that's why he was hugged up. You know what
Okay, can I say something? Can I say something? I hope this don't sound foul.
Yeah.
I hope this don't sound foul. If I were married and I played myself, I think I would have done a little better than that. I'm being honest with you. I know that sounds foul. I'd be hard.
Oh yeah, me too. If I'm going to roll the dice,
it got to be some annihilation standing there. Me and Prime or Beyonce or somebody.
You can get her in Brown. You can get her in Brownsville. You gotta go. You're in Miami, bro. You gotta go hard.
Yeah, I said
you gotta go hard in the paint. Yeah, you gotta
get jammed up, right?
No, you don't get jammed up. But this we went wrong. This we went wrong to me. It was the wrong kind of trip. It should have been the side chick trip. Bring your sand to the beach. It would have been quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's what it would have been. If he'd have brought his sand to the beach, boo, where we just chilling.
Scroll alert. Scroll alert.
Ain't no scroll. I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm just keeping it real. No scroll.
But no. My friend Sophia just said that he also got in trouble because of his history. So maybe there's something else there.
Now that's making sense.
Maybe that's not his first rodeo.
Yeah.
Nah, he was playing Playboy. Let's face the fact.
Yeah, he was
Playboy. He was out there talking to her. He was putting that little what we used to say, D, a long time ago. I'm gonna throw some dust in your eyes. Throw the dust in your eyes. Talk to you, make you feel like you're the only thing existing, and whammo. But he there's no way I can't see myself taking a picture like that on vacation with another woman and know goddamn well if my wife found out, I'm gonna be homeless.
It's too much surveillance going on right now. Everybody got a camera, bro, and everybody got a social media. You know what I mean? 6 degrees of separation between everybody is too much surveillance.
Yeah, when you grown, ain't no spring break.
Yeah, exactly. Still trying to be young.
Maybe he didn't want to get his wedding ring wet.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
And I'll be honest with you, Miami is really a young person's town. It really you shouldn't be in Miami longer than 48 hours. Miami is you know what I'm saying? It really is.
No, I'm gonna do
right?
It depends on what you're going there for.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, I've been there. And we wound up going, I think, down to the Florida Keys where some adults are, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not, 25 and under, it's just that's who runs the place, really.
Yeah.
Yo,
did he do the peace sign with his ring hand?
I don't know.
Let's go back to the picture. Let's be detective.
So his wife could see all of the pictures. Oh, yeah, the ring on, bro. Look.
No.
Oh, damn.
Damn, son.
Yo, that's it. That's it.
It is what it is. He got busted. And the thing is, he must have said something to her for her to look for him.
If he wanted to get some ass, he should have went to Backpage and put in the ad when he's down in town, Craigslist. He had a better chance. If it would have been quiet, it would have been a money exchange. You pay for the quiet and been out of there. I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
It's really around the way looking though. Yeah, it's pretty around the way. You didn't have to go all the way to Miami, man.
You have to go to Miami to go after that. Like, you go some different shit that you can't.
No, that looked like Coney Island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I do want to say something. He and his wife have children together?
Who?
Monique says a happy person can resist temptation and honor their vows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But a horny one can't, goddammit. So that's women talking that shit.
Y'all get flowers in the basket for
this is white. Listen, man.
Okay. Talking from experience.
Talking
from experience, right?
Long time ago.
If you that horny guy, then don't get married. Save yourself a whole bunch of pain.
Yep.
I'm talking from experience. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, it's a time, girl. You already know. Listen, you can't get married till you're ready, man.
Correct.
There's nothing a woman can do. There's nothing she can do to get you to the aisle until you're ready. There's nothing she can do.
Correct.
You are ready. When you're ready, you go ahead. You're gonna drag her.
Maybe they had an open relationship. We don't know.
Obviously not. She's in trouble.
Listen, that's the one thing I want to say before we move on. The only thing better than pussy is new pussy. So that's what he was looking for. So I just want to tell y'all
that scroll got to come right now. You got to come right now.
I'm just saying.
If it ain't come right now, it ain't working.
Nah, that's not a scroll. That's not a scroll.
My man Ron has my motherfucking back. Look at that shit.
Nah, if you right, you right. Yeah, I got you. But that's not a scroll.
That's not a scroll. You know what
I'm
I'm
saying? That's not a scroll.
What?
She said, ladies do it too.
Yeah.
I said,
yeah, man.
Ladies do too.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Whoever does it. It's not just men. It's wrong. Whoever.
Yeah, no, they all do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Who are these men cheating with?
Mickey,
you know what I'm saying?
Women do it on girl trips too.
Yeah, men are cheating with the same female.
I've been that dude on the girls trip. I've been that dude on the girls trip. I'm saying. And Mickey
says it's open now.
My uncle say it's an open relationship now.
Right. The worst thing a woman can do is try to pressure a man to marry her. Bad move. Yeah,
that's a fact, Norette. That's
absolutely.
A fact. And it's even worse if a man gets married and knows he doesn't want to be married.
Yeah.
Don't get married.
Well, it's a lot of fucking about to happen then, bro.
No, but I do want to say this, right? If that couple has kids, I know we're making fun of this or whatever, but you know, there may be kids who think,
I'm saying these women do the same shit, man.
Sean called him Dexter St. John.
You know what I'm saying? They do the same shit, man.
Yo, but like I was saying, these people may have kids, and there may be kids that are going to be affected by this. It could be a possible divorce and whatever. The home is going to be broken up. So I know we're cracking jokes about it, but we got to think about the kids too, as being damaged from this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let me see what we got else going on. I won't get nobody else to try. Yeah, it's embarrassing, Miko.
It's very embarrassing.
Really embarrassing, man. Yo, Kelvin, we talking about some black business stuff. You went to talk to people and get their opinions of what you were talking about the black business.
Let me say this, because I know people think in general that I may be a little, hard on our community, and that's a lot. A lot of it is tongue in cheek. But so I think last week I went to a seafood restaurant that shall remain nameless in Freeport. And I've been there before, and it wasn't terrible service, but I called, made an order, very simple order, which was just shrimp, spinach, macaroni and cheese. And I was told it would take 25 minutes. It wound up taking about an hour. When I do get everything, the macaroni is burnt on both orders. And so what I was wondering is, in our community, do we grade our businesses on the curb? Because part of me, you could go in and write a bad review for a business, right? But part of me was like, I don't want this business to fail because of the situation. You know what I mean? Whereas maybe another business, I would have written a bad review. So people are saying, maybe you should just tell them and let them know that you weren't satisfied with the service. But I started talking to friends, especially ladies I know, who say, their hair salon, the person that does their hair will be extremely late, will have them waiting, will miss appointments, will be out of supplies and ask them to bring some extra if they have it, and things like that. And so I'm wondering, across the board, when it comes to business, I think we sometimes assume that because it is a Black-owned business, we should try to rally around each other and support each other. That same business seems to charge the same rate that any other business would charge. And so because of that, I think you should be judged the same way. And I've seen businesses, especially in our community, where I try to support that business is supposed to open at 9. I get there and there's a sign saying we'll be in at 9:45 or we'll be back in 20 minutes or things like that. And I just think sometimes that we do grade our business on the curb. Now, to be fair, two of my friends who I talked to this about said white businesses do the same thing to white patrons. Asian businesses do the same thing to Asian patrons. In other words, people are saying people treat their customer base the same way across the board. So it's just not ours. I just happen to be talking about ours at this time.
What they say, you weren't like this until they took your Red Bull. Kelvin didn't get like this until they took his Red Bull machine. My man,
that's the truth. That is the truth. That's the truth. So I was thinking about it. With you guys, have you guys had to say, that's hilarious, Monique, and that's true, that you guys had the same experience across the board, or do you think that we've been grading on the curb or not?
I think we have and I always say this, we have a very narrow margin of error And we all kind of know that underlying, and we just kind of give our people a little bit of leeway, I think, at times because of that. You know, I don't think a critical review of, let's say, a white establishment has the same effect that it would against a black establishment, you know? So
you're saying we do great on the curve
because of that? I think we kind of do at times. I really do think we do at times. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. But I think that if you dig a little deep, and by that I mean, like, you know, when you start talking, we start going into restaurant reviews and all of that other stuff, you know what I mean? That's like putting your business out in the street a little bit, you know what I mean, as we say, you know, so maybe stay away from the reviews. But there are plenty of people, before we ever had internet or anything, you knew which restaurants were good and which ones weren't bad, which businesses were good and bad, just the word of mouth. You know, it was a sense of community, and I think we can still do that and not necessarily put stuff.
But Derik, let me ask you a question. I'm wondering, you're willing to literally plate that food with burnt macaroni and cheese, and give that to me, and I will pay the inordinate price that you charge for it right now, and I'm supposed to just eat that.
I've had that. No, you're not. You're supposed to.
No, I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying
right.
You know.
But in that moment, you complain, right? You make your complaint known. And you give them an opportunity to fix it. Now, if they don't fix it, yeah, all bets is off. You know what I mean? But you know, you do what you feel you need to do. But even that deep, even on that level, I think that you know, we have a tendency. I think we have a robust enough system of just conversation and community where we can just kind of word of mouth tell people where the spots are, because there just aren't that many. You know what I mean? Not that many, unfortunately, like soul food restaurants or whatever. You know what I mean? At least not out here. Maybe I should.
Let's get Derik. Let's get Monique's comment in there.
Oh, Monique says, I agree. It has not been easy owning my own business, and I have seen how people come to me for a trip and then get the white person to book the trip. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. I think the business owner has a side to this as well.
To run the social media and complain about a black business, but we'll continue to patronize other race businesses.
I agree with on that. I agree with right on that.
Yeah,
we got Shauna made some comments. I think Tim too, and we can get back to those two. I want to make sure we get all those comments in.
Shauna says, but after the second time, I'm usually done. As a small business owner, I hope if I mess up, I'm given a chance to make it right. Absolutely. You should. Tim G. I think that we need to keep in mind that we are the only ones that frequent our businesses. The other ethnicities have more leeway as their clients are more diverse. Yeah, that's what I mean. You know? Yeah, we just don't have the same margin of error when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? When it comes to getting.
And I don't mind that. I just want to make sure that we don't have inferior service because of that.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, I run a business myself, and I'm very, very conscious of that. If something goes wrong, I want to make it right. I mean, anytime there's a mistake, I make sure something is given free or discounted or something. That's one thing and sometimes it's not even our fault. You just got to own it. Sometimes you just got to fall on the sword. That's just it, because the customer's not going to take it. They have this expression, the customer's always right. The customer's not always right, but the customer has to be treated like they're right, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as the salons and all that stuff like that, I'm hearing that it's really a lot. I mean, I'm hearing this from multiple people.
Yeah. I was going to say the point that Tim made. I mean, I've talked about it on the show. Me and my wife try to frequent as many black businesses as we possibly can. There are some times that, no, I don't go back. I do. I think it was Shauna or Monique or one of them that said that if something's not right or whatever, give them a chance to correct it. People are allowed to make a mistake. I do realize that with a black business, Tim is 100% right, that we don't have the option of Spanish, black, white, and all of them coming into our restaurants where white establishments do. We're mostly only serving ourselves.
Right.
So we only have one consumer that we can consume, you know. So the thing is, we are more critical of our own people. The other thing is too, I've been in black businesses where you can clearly see that they don't have business experience, and that hurts them as well. It's their first business. They think that they could just open a business and do it. They got their kids working in there. The kids don't know how to deal with people, especially adults, as far as customer service or whatever. So the thing is, there's a lot of choices that have to be made. I went to a Black-owned restaurant with D and his lady, and we thought the service was great, impeccable. It was run properly. It looked really good or whatever. And yes, I continue to frequent the place. I say when you find a Black business that you like and is appropriate, you should continue to support that business. And sometimes people complain, okay, well, their prices are a little higher. You have to look at it from the business aspect. If this is your only restaurant, when you buy your inventory, food, supplies, or whatever, it's only for one restaurant. The restaurants that get the better deals is because they buy in bulk, because they have numerous restaurants. So they will be paying a little bit more, which the cost will go to the consumer. And you got to take that rent. You got to take into accountability, especially right now. It's hard to get employees. So there's a lot of factors that hurt us in business because, like I said, it's sometimes people just, it's their first business. It's their only business. Right. So you're going to have more costs. You cannot compete with big corporations. You know what I'm saying? A chicken may cost a Black business maybe, we're just using numbers, $2 for a chicken, and then another a white restaurant who owns 7 restaurants, he might be only paying 89 cents a chicken. You know what I'm saying? Because he's supplying, he's buying more, he's buying in bulk.
But also,
okay, and I agree with that.
But also, Rodney, with the nice, I like quality, you like quality, we all like. So the restaurant I know you're talking about is a very quality place, beautiful looking. The service is like, I don't mind paying for the ambiance of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind paying. I'm paying a little bit.
But what I say is this though,
because we'll go to Roof Chris. I'm not saying Roof Chris is a shop, but we'll pay that fucking high ass price for the fucking.
He won't say a word.
Won't say a word.
Won't say a word.
This is what I'm saying. The things that are non-negotiable, the deal breakers has to be, you can be open on time. That you can do.
Yes.
You can have good customer service, and you can keep your place up, like clean. Those, you know what I'm saying? I get Rodney's point with the economics. I'm saying where you can't compete in that area, definitely. I love the friendliness and the things like that. Those are things that we have to do just amongst ourselves, because what I've also heard is some people feel like we're harder on ourselves, and then another group come into the place and we treat them like, I mean, you know, like a king or queen, you know what I mean? So that's the thing, you know.
They always feel like their water's colder. That's what it probably is.
Yeah, that was the expression.
I still tell people, you do your best to frequent Black-owned businesses, because you got to realize we easily give our money to everyone else. We shouldn't really have a problem giving our money to our own people, especially if they deserve it. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely.
And like D just said, we don't mind paying a little bit more, because first of all, I understand the economics of the game. Right. So I know what he had to go through to get this business open and looking like this, you know.
Right. No, you obviously, when you eat out, you're obviously ready to pay more money. You know what I mean? So, because otherwise you would stay at home if the money, was, you know what I mean, really a function. So you really are looking for the service. You're really looking for an experience, you know. And when that experience doesn't measure up to what you know, minimally expect, it's going to be an issue no matter what.
Well said.
I think we missed a few comments too.
Yeah, we've got Narette says, my supply costs are ridiculous, but I also understand I offer, to the point, I also understand that I offer a luxury item. My clients also understand that as well. Yeah. And Daniel Sumter, I think you should let them know how you like your mac and cheese. Some people like it burnt. No one likes it burnt. All right. No, yeah. Melvin agrees with him. Monique says, Kelvin, don't forget, don't overbook. Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me say this.
Let me be purposeful about supporting our own. Yes, we absolutely.
And I'm not saying it, Derek, because it's your wife. Your wife is a master at what she does. I have to say, like your wife is. I mean, I put your wife up against anybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's important.
You cannot remove the slave mentality from aspects we are still young at. Okay, so we're saying we still have a slave mentality, in some ways. And how do you handle good service, but the food is bad? That's a good question. You know, that is a good question. How do you handle the food?
Yeah, because I think good food is the elixir. I think people will tolerate bad service for good food. I think people will tolerate bad service for good food.
Yeah, they will. Yeah,
I
just
don't think you should have
Jamaican restaurants.
Oh my God, I was just about to say that, dude. If those oxtails is banging, you don't care how bad the service.
They don't give a fuck.
No, but the thing is, I look at it like this.
The rest is thanks, Kelvin.
If the food is bad, there's no correction with that. You're in the food business. So if your food is bad, then basically you say, hey, I didn't like the food, and you don't frequent the restaurant, whether it's white, black, green, or yellow. It doesn't matter. You know,
no, talking about tipping. Talking about the tip. Listen, if the service, I always tip, no matter, it's not their fault. They're the server. They didn't cook the food. They didn't hire the chef, and so I will always tip. I lived off the tip in college, so I understand that.
No, there have been waitresses that I did not tip, and it's as a result of their service not coming back. I remember I went to a restaurant that she never brought me the drink, so she didn't get a tip. Like, now I understand they were short-handed or whatever, but the thing is, how hard is it to make one drink?
Yeah. No, I mean, the tip is based off the service. So much of it is based off the service.
But you give me good service, I'm gonna give you a solid tip. You don't have
right. Tip is an acronym, right? To ensure proper service, right?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. So you should do that. But again, I think when it comes to effort, you know what I'm saying? I think that has to be there. You've got to make an effort.
You can't fix bad food.
No, you can't fix.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Nobody's
I don't support most Jamaican places because of poor service. I just spend my money where I feel like I'm a bother from the moment I hit the door. Yeah, I just can't spend my money.
And that's honest. I mean, there's competition out here for a reason. You know, if you don't feel, you know what I'm saying? There's competition for a reason.
No, it's like, take my money. If you don't give me a hard time about me coming and spend my money, why am I here? You know what I mean?
Hey, we gotta make sure I think Miko made a comment too, Jamie.
Nicole, she says, I also feel some people are very caught up in just the money and posting that they are an entrepreneur. However, fail to mention the real work that really needs to be put in, if that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. People don't understand. People are like, I want to work for myself. With that freedom comes a lot of responsibility.
You know what? Sometimes working for yourself, you're doing more hours than you was working for the man.
No question.
You're always going to be, because when you're working for yourself, you're never off.
And another working. When you're working for yourself, you have to work hard because you can't fail. You got no plan B.
That's it. You're the driver, no question about it.
You drive, everything falls on you.
Absolutely. But I do think some businesses just have to step their game up. They just do, you know, and it would be nice if we could start partnering when it comes to buying in bulk or things like that, partnering with some other businesses and ordering together and things like that. If we can learn to do that, that'd be really, really advantageous, you know?
That's a great idea, Kelvin. Great idea. Let's form like a network where if you're a Black restaurant owner, you all group in and order your supplies together. That way you can get it cheaper. I think that's
exactly no question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No question about it.
What do you call it? A consortium, or I can't remember.
You can tell sometimes when a restaurant really can't afford certain things because they don't have specials when you walk in. Like, you ever see like some restaurants you walk in, they got the chalkboard and they say this is the special of the day or whatever. Those specials tend to come from what was on sale at the market for the food when they got their supplier to send them stuff. Maybe salmon, maybe shrimp was on sale this week. If you do medium-sized shrimp and you take this much, we'll give you a deal. So people don't understand the backgrounds of things like that. So when you don't see too many specials, it's because they don't have the ability to give you a cheaper rate sometime on deals. But they can't buy by the bulk.
Right. And I want to say this last about this. You hear this expression, Black excellence, and I'll be honest with you, I really, really take issue with that comment sometimes because it almost seems like it's a rarity. When you say it like that, excellence should be excellence. It just happens to be Black people that are excellent in that regard. But in other words, people are saying Black excellence like it's some type of, odd thing or aberration. You know what I mean? If you are intelligent and you're working at something, then be the best at it. That's all. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of it.
You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed too? And sometimes with Black businesses, they leave the ship too early. Like, they'll get the business going, and then they're not there thinking that it can run without them being
right.
They don't have the right people running the restaurant. When you own your own place, you got to stand on that square. You got to make sure it's running properly until you find the proper manager that would run it just like you.
Or they try to expand too quick. They open up two spot and they try to go to the new spot where the that white area is at now, and they try to only bring the soul food over the Park Slope. And like, yo, dog, we gotta fix this shit over here in fucking in East New York first, man. But we got a lot of comments. I want to make sure we get all the comments in.
We got the rep saying working for yourself takes a level of discipline that most people don't understand, and this is true.
Right.
You know,
no question.
Have a worker's discipline and have an owner's discipline. Nicole says, or maybe take a business class in your own. That will also help you.
Correct.
You know, I shout out to Melvin, man. He said he rolling tonight, man. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. You know, we got Sean, and she says exactly. I work 24/7 and 9 to 5. So Sean is a worker. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's, you know, Nicole says customer service course. Yeah, customer service course to help you. But right again, see, this is true now right here. I've seen her do this. I help a lot of local cake makers because I have a business account, but they don't. I'll help them buy supplies and they send me other referrals. We all eat. Yes, she does. I can tell you. Right. I've seen that firsthand.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I
mean?
The
other thing that people got to understand, the other thing that people have to understand is
what I want.
The reality of it is you actually could be good at something and not be good at a business doing it.
Correct.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, where you really, really could be good. You know, for example, if you did make pastries, some people are good at that, but they're not administrators to run a cake business. You know what I'm saying? And so we've got to figure out, you know what I mean, what you are, because it's more to it when it's a business thing. That's it. Yeah. Like some people are like, oh, I'm like the best soul food in the world in your kitchen serving 5 people.
But what these owners need to do, besides just learning about their business, they need to take courses on how to manage and lead people.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do that. They need to really learn how to lead people. And understand, let people understand this is my vision. I want you to find. If my vision ain't what you want, then this might not be the company you need to work for. And also just know how to lead them. And when you're a supervisor, you got to know how you're a teacher. You should be teaching how these young people, and I'll say young people, or it could be older people, how to be better, whatever job they go to next, or whatever they go, or what they better at doing this and learning. So it need courses on a whole bunch of shit.
Let me give this last example. So one of my friends is an attorney. Her hairstylist called her and was like, oh, I'm out of this particular chemical or whatever. Could you pick some up for me? That same hairstylist has a white client that's an attorney as well. I don't think she would ask that lady to do that.
Yes,
so is it like, I'm just expecting you to do it because you look like me? Or you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. So we just have to be conscious of that. You know, we have
that's a fact.
Customer service courses.
Their customer service is actually popping though.
It is. That's the whole point he's making. They need to sell them courses. Chick-fil-A got service, man.
But I think at the end of the day, if you are not hospitable to the customers, you will lose your job.
Absolutely.
Yo, what I want to do is tonight. I know people got their own businesses tonight. I know Monique has a traveling business. Shauna does jewelry making. Norette does cakes. We do want to shout out everybody. If anybody else does, please let us know so we can shout out your business, what you do. If you want to put your web page in the chat, Jamie, if you could show what they have, where they can find these people at, or whatever contact information. Just want to make sure they supporting us. I want to make sure we supporting them back on that, man.
Definitely, absolutely.
All our friends that are entrepreneurs, we know how y'all get up early in the morning, y'all grind to the nighttime. We understand the headaches of that, and all the people that's in your families that love you and support you. Shout out to them too, man. Word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Word up. But this entrepreneurship, this conversation could go, boy. But anyway, we gonna shout out some more entrepreneurs on our own. We got a commercial break, so some of our entrepreneur friends. Jamie, roll the commercial, brother.
Hi, I'm Dawn Kelly, and I'm the founder and CEO of The Nourish Spot, a healthy food and beverage haven in Southeast Jamaica, Queens, chosen in 2019 as Micro Business of the Year by the U.S. Small Business Administration. My adult children, Jade and Owen Duncan, and I established The Nourish Spot to provide affordable access to healthy produce to help our neighbors combat chronic diseases, to provide jobs for a diverse community youth. And it's no secret that small businesses play a critical role in the local economy. It's also proven that community is vital to the growth of small businesses. So come, let us nourish you at the Nourish Spot. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 6 p.m.
Shout out to Norette. Shout out to our sister with the Norris spot. But anyhow, man, this is a little sad subject here. In New York City, we've been doing a lot of crime. A young sister was working late at night. I think one of you guys might have a name. She got murdered by some punk ass dude working a late shift at Burger King, man. So, what's her name? Oh, Crystal Baron Nueve. How you say that?
Yeah, Nueve. It's supposed to be
right.
It's supposed to be an F one there.
Oh man, beautiful young sister here, man. Going way too early by some savage ass punk. Thoughts, gentlemen?
I think this is sad. I think this young lady her and her family came from Puerto Rico maybe just a couple of years ago, and she's working a night shift at Burger King, and I'm pretty sure I think the guy was a former employee of Burger King, and he came in, robbed the place. I guess she fumbled with the keys or something, and basically he shot her, killing her. He was apprehended, he was caught, and I mean, what's going on with the community right now? It's just seemed like this violence is just so out of hand, senseless violence. Like the lack of respect for life is just, I don't get it. I don't get it.
To me, he got the crime, the risk of it doesn't add up to the reward from that crime doesn't add up to what he got. He got caught, for people don't know, but he got caught quick, like 2 or 3 days he got caught. Mm-hmm. And now you're looking at 25 to life. For what, $100, $200? He literally could have got a job working there and got him $100 for the day.
Well, he was obviously making more working there when he was working there. I think he was working there from like April, December of 2020. He was working there.
So you get more money. Like I just don't understand the senseless violence on that, man. Like, yo, UPS is hiring. That's like its own, but that's just the truth.
But CT, you can't use logic. First of all, I'm being honest. I can't use
logic. Go ahead, man.
I hate to use this on this show, but some stuff is just demonic. First of all, I mean, like this is evil. You know what I'm saying? You taking somebody's life and somebody's child. Somebody raised a child and they have to end their life. The girl didn't even start living yet. I'll say this though. One thing I do believe, this mayor, this city has to be more proactive. It's just going to have to be. And I'll be honest with you, these guns on the street, I mean, they've got to do something about it. The mental illness, they've got to do something about it. But I'll say this, though. I do think when it comes to getting caught for doing certain heinous things, I think the repercussion got to be a lot stronger. This sitting in jail and lifting weights and watching cable, and just living like everything is good, I think there need to be definitely harsher punishments. And I do think they need to take it to the old school that, what you do, then you need to feel that the same way you did it to somebody else, then you need to get it. Seriously, they need to let me run it. I can get everybody right in about a week, and you see crime go down. I can tell you that right now.
You remember Robin Harris? He said they let you share hand nobody because they couldn't find nobody to pull it.
He said he wouldn't take no break.
He said he wouldn't even take a lunch break. Yeah, he wouldn't even take a lunch break. But some of you say, Calvin, I said this a long time ago. I don't believe that you should be able to work. Oh, you know what I mean.
You know what you're talking about.
No, I agree with you, Rodney.
I don't think there should be weights in the prison system.
Right. I don't think there should be any amenities, any luxury.
No.
You shouldn't be. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Welcome to the rehabilitation part.
No, I do believe in rehabilitation, but I'm like Kelvin to a certain point. It depends on
you're gonna get rehabilitated with no weights.
Yeah, no.
I mean, no, I'm talking about like programs or something, right?
Well, it depends. That depends on what you do.
Crime. It depends on the crime, and I do believe that some people make mistakes. This ain't a mistake,
right?
This is not one of those mistakes I'm talking about.
He had the money and shot that girl.
Correct. You a kid. You steal some candy out the store. Okay, smack at the wrist. You go to a little program. Because the thing is, we know right from wrong. We know if you shoot somebody in the head or shoot them in the body, you could kill them. Correct? Right. Everybody knows that. Right. So that's not a crime. And sex offenders, child molesters, I don't believe that's rehabilitatable. You know what I'm saying? Right. So those people, no programs, no nothing. You just stay in jail.
This is my plan. You shoot somebody like that. You shoot that girl. I'm going to put you in a room with 50 of her uncles. And you get out that room, you free. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. No trial, nothing. I'm going to put you in a room with 50 of her relatives. You get out that room, you free man.
Yes, CJ says we need to stop blaming everything on mental illness or something else.
I agree.
Do not take accountability for anything.
I agree, because mental illness is selective sometimes.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, me and Kelvin had this conversation before. There's selective mental illness.
That's right. I'll never see nobody run up and slap Mike Tyson talking about I'm crazy.
Yeah, nobody does. Nobody does.
Well, so we need to rehabilitate, but in this case, we need to punish. And listen, there's a place for that. There's a place for rehabilitation, and then there's a place for just straight up punishment.
You rape somebody, we start with castration. That's just at hello.
Damn.
No, you're guaranteed not to do it again.
That's it. We start with castration. That's it. So we're gonna start there. That's day one.
But no, they still. I remember I brought the same thing up, but it showed studies when this is years ago when I first started my job. It showed even when they castrated some of these guys, they still want to go through the act, even though they ain't gonna get up.
Well, you just be practicing then.
It's like rapists, like I said, rapists, child molesters. Jail is not going to change that. That's why you got to stay in jail.
Some people live better in jail than they do outside.
Well, some people do. They get three hots in a cot, and they get.
I'm gonna tell you something. I got an idea, and people think this foul. You do something in New York, I'm sending you to the other side of the country. Ain't nobody come and see you on Saturday, pushing no stroller.
No, but that's real talk. I'm gonna move. That happened to my cousin. He did a crime, which was a federal offense. It was a murder rap, and they sent his ass way on the other side, bro. So no visit.
That's it. Ain't nobody just right.
To be honest, it happened to Chicken Wing. None of us, Sean, none of us went because they sent his ass down to the Gulf of Mexico. And I was like, nah, wait, I see you when you get closer north. I didn't visit him one time when he was down there, motherfucker.
I agree.
Hey, man, my father told me a long time ago. He said, "Man, rape is the one thing that I won't come to see you ass in the damn jail."
Yeah. But yo, before we go to the next topic, Jamie, can you bring up some of our business? I know some of our folks have business. Can you bring them up in the comment? I want to make sure people get to see them, give shout out. Yeah, the business of our friends, man. That was supporting us.
Melvin got his DJ. Shauna had something too, I think. She said
Melvin a DJ? Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I make gemstones jewelry for women and men, women and men jewelry by Shauna Denise on the web and all social media. Shout out Shauna. Shout out Melvin.
Shout out word.
DJ Shauna is the jewelry maker. Shout him out, y'all.
Nice. DJ Melvin, Melly Mel on the ones and twos.
The most educated.
50 years as a DJ, he got the biggest catalog out there.
Yeah.
Melvin spending 45s in the club. Melvin spending 45s in the club. All right.
Oh man.
Oh shit! I mean, oh shoot! Pastor cusses out another pastor in the church. Jamie, can you play the video to this for us, man?
When you have a service, I didn't say she had to stop worshiping God.
You did, and don't worry about it.
What I said was this. What I said was this. When you have a service, we want to make sure we start on time. One, that we don't have to rush the man or woman of God. Okay, so let me finish talking in my house.
I don't give a damn about your house.
God bless you, sir.
That's not how you order.
Like I
And that's
said,
not protocol.
God bless you,
Trust and
sir.
believe me, I know.
God bless you, sir.
There are souls that are still here trying to be free.
And I didn't say that she didn't have to stop.
I don't give a damn about no
worshiping
damn
God.
time limit.
God bless you, sir.
Who are you to tell God he can't do what he got to do?
God bless you, sir. We thank you for coming. When you leave out, please watch out for the step. God bless you.
In this church. Because that don't make no damn sense.
God bless
And you a
you.
bishop in the Lord's church?
Here's his towel, ma'am. God bless you.
Don't put your hands on my shit.
God bless you. God bless you.
I gotta go to that church. I gotta be a member. I love that. That's my kind of church.
Okay,
Real
so
motherfuckers right there.
so look, I had a chance to, look at it again now, right? And first of all, this guy is a visitor. Obviously, the inappropriate language. So what we believe is you judge the tree by the fruit it bears. So the person that is talking about souls is there and stuff like that is the one, first of all, creating chaos and confusion. Because there's no way you should be this. First of all, he's a visitor there. And there's no way for you to sit there using profanity in the presence of those people acting like that. There's just no,
Don't
way.
encourage us, Nicole. Don't encourage.
Yeah, there's no.
Don't encourage us.
She's right, people. But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is it's just inappropriate, regardless. I mean, put like this. We've been doing the show for how long? D, you know me for 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
D, you ever heard me curse?
Nah, I do it for you.
Yeah, I do.
What I'm saying is the way you conduct yourself, and that was to me out of order. It just was completely out of order, and it was just foul to do that. You know what I mean? I didn't like you sit there, at one point you're praying for people and it's the souls. Next minute you're sitting there creating a spectacle in the middle of a congregation. You know how bad that looks. You know what I mean? You're gonna wind up on Let's Chopped Up. You're gonna wind up being embarrassed. You're on the internet. It just looks really, really bad. Now, if I'm a pastor of a church, do I look at that man and say I want to invite him to come to my church? Absolutely not. It just looks bad. I just think, as far as the curse and stuff like that, I know ministers and Christians and everybody curse and stuff. What I'm saying is it's just wildly inappropriate. And I just thought it just looked chaotic. And I think that the pastor of the church actually, I thought, handled it well. He didn't respond in kind. He said, "God bless you, sir," on the way out. We just want to start on time, whatever like that. And this guy saying it's not protocol. So what happens is people believe like, the spirit can come and change your whole order of service and your whole program and things like that. Some people are saying, listen, if I'm here and I'm the head, I'm officiating. So this how it is, just to tell you. So the pastor of the church is usually in charge, right? If I'm at Rodney's house and Rodney say dinner's at 8 o'clock, I don't be like, oh, Rodney, the game is on. It's going to have to be at 8:30. I'm not. I'm a guest in his house. The Bible says you take the low seat. So if Rodney says 8 o'clock, then it's 8 o'clock. That's it. Now, I don't care if it's 8 o'clock, Rodney. I want 8:30. Then you find yourself like he did on the outside and probably lumped up too. So that's what it is. People need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So that was, I just think he was out of order. And I just think that's another reason, even theologically, why we will never get anywhere as a people. I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah, Kelvin, I need you to come over and explain that to my in-laws.
Oh shit.
No, but I agree with what Kelvin said. Kelvin's the point. The pastor was he was very professional. He didn't allow the devil to use him. He even told the man watch his step as he was leaving.
Right.
Knowing in his mind, he hope he trip and fall and bust his head open.
Hey, Rodney, all I know
he handled it pretty good though.
Hey, look, man, little 9-year-old me was there in church with his hard shoes and his tie, wide awake. I wouldn't be sleeping right there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is all right. I'm
Well,
like,
look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I was almost maced at a funeral once, okay? I was almost maced at a funeral. So this is a big issue. Big issue, especially in the Baptist church. when someone dies and you have the funeral or the homegoing, we have the thing called the final viewing, right? So this is going to be, so some people believe like this. After you sing and you pray and you minister to the people, don't reopen the casket for a final viewing to get everybody upset again. So what some people say, we're going to close the casket after everybody comes in. We're going to do a final viewing at the beginning. That'll be the last time you get to see the person's body. We're going to close it. Then afterwards, you minister to the people, and then they take the casket out. Some people not trying to hear it because naturally some people going to come late. Some people want to see their aunt or their mother or their cousin or sister again. And so they want you to reopen the casket. So this lady came up there like, I want y'all to reopen the casket. I'm like, miss, we already said it's the final view and we're not going to reopen the casket. This woman pulled out a thing of mace. She pulled out a thing of mace. Like, you can open that casket or whatever like that. Which at that point, we just reopened the casket. Where was
this church at? On South Road?
Walking distance. Yeah. So you know, when it comes with the natives, it just has to be.
Listen, that was a funny fucking story, Kelvin. I wish I was there. I wish I was there half these shits, man. I swear to God. I will curse. I will do your cursing out for you, man. I was just like, whisper in my ear, Kelvin. I'll say that shit, man. What Miko said? What she said? She's the what?
She said that goes down all the time. She used to work in the funeral home.
Oh yeah.
It goes down all the time, just like that. It goes
me, Chicken Wing and I grew up playing.
Because you're dealing with emotions. First of all, you got a heightened sense of emotion when it comes to that. Some people just really, because you're not dealing with just people mourning. Some people are grieving out of guilt. So you get a lot of that where people just, feel a certain pain because they didn't get to say goodbye. Or they had a, contentious relationship with the person and they're willing to just take it out on everybody. They don't know, people don't know how to let it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the grieving turns into anger or you're deflecting to someone else or whatever like that. So
for this next video, I'm going to call this Try Jesus, Don't Try Me. I just want to get a feeling from the viewers or on their take on this next video. After you see what happens, please make all your comments. Jamie, play the video.
Changing something and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hit. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. What I'm telling you is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming. God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand? When getting the vision or receiving it might get nasty. I'm going to say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty. You mean, God, I just bought, in crazy faith, I just bought my dream car. And now you're going to ask me to sell it back and ride in the hoopty again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people? What I'm telling you is how you just reacted is how the people in your life will react when God is doing what it takes for the miracle. What are you saying? This man was blind, and what he was trying to do with this man is give him his DNA.
Kelvin, explain your people.
Okay, so let me say this. First of all, that was nasty. Okay, but listen. Okay, first of all, let me say this. Okay, so to me, to do that illustration, you didn't have to literally spit. You didn't have to literally spit. And he's obviously referencing when Jesus actually mixed, he spit on the ground and actually mixed the dirt with his spit, and he healed the man that was blind, right? And so that's what he's doing. He's showing that example. All right. I just think, yeah, I heard it was his brother. I just think today you just can't do that. I mean, the Apostle Paul would take his sweat garments and put it on people and things like that. There's certain things that, you know, today you can illustrate that without giving that exact example. And that looked, I mean, repulsive. It just did. That looked nasty, to be honest with you. And I think it went too far. I think
Todd, you know Todd? She said Todd. First name basis?
She said,
tell me what church you go to. I ain't fucking with that shit.
Yeah, that's yeah, that was disgusting. I can't front. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. He's about to die.
Yeah, he's about to die. Spit on sludge on me. Yeah. Nicole saying it was his brother. I don't care who.
I wouldn't have done that to myself.
He's a good preacher, but he's wrong for that illustration. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, I think the illustration.
That's the only time I'm being exposed to that preacher. Yeah, that's my impression.
Yeah, it just looked bad. I just think it was bad.
Listen.
Exactly, Maya. Exactly.
I don't think he should have been arrested for that, though. I was surprised by that. Because if his brother sat there and allowed him to do that, I don't think he should have been arrested for that.
Listen,
he was arrested, right?
I don't know. Only time I like somebody spitting on me is when I'm having adult relations.
D, I gotta admit, you always find a way to bring it back.
I'm just saying, when I'm getting some slobby and top head, that's the only time I want some spit.
Yeah, yeah, I think he went a little too far to make a point. I do.
Good Lord.
God damn, son.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I'm his brother. I'd never get over that. I'm sorry.
I tell you, that's
because I have to tell you, if I'm his brother, I have to say, you know, I'm actually not blind. Yeah. And the other thing is, you're actually not Jesus. So I mean, like,
I'm watching.
Oh, was he arrested? Was he arrested?
Yeah, he was arrested. I understand, right?
Word?
I don't know.
The story said he was arrested for that.
Hey, we gotta go to the FBI. Is Shauna still on with us? FBI Shauna, find out for us.
You know,
I think he was arrested for that. Now, I don't think he should have been arrested for that.
No,
matter of fact, you know, that's disgusting. I mean, it's just no way around.
Oh, right, what you saying?
I want to.
He was laughing during his apology. Nah, there ain't nothing to laugh about, man.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing fun about that.
Well, it's obviously if that was his brother knew he was going to do that. He stood right there.
He said he knew what was coming.
Okay,
they talked about.
Here's the thing. My issue with the whole thing is like, if I'm a member of that congregation and I see the pastor do that, I don't think I'm going to be a member of that congregation anymore. Because the thing is, he might accidentally spit on me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I know that the devil is going to use me
on that day.
The devil's going to use me on that day, and I'm going to let the devil use me.
This is the thing, though. You don't see certain people try to find out whichever line can go give you the shock value, right?
Melvin, I'm talking about Melvin. That fellatio spit is the best.
I just think certain people want to be extreme for just the audacity, right? The shock value or something like that. You can give that exact illustration. He literally tried to hawk. I mean, that was the
tried. He did.
But how are people
that shit was sold
in the church okay with that behavior?
Oh, okay, all right, thank you, Sean. I thought he was. I thought he said he was arrested.
See the feds, man. Go ahead, sorry. Listen. On time, like I said,
Rodney, we not going to that church, nor cussing past the church.
That's right.
I'm going to that shit. I can't.
If he accidentally spit on me, Monique would be like, Lord. He done spit on the wrong one. All I'm gonna say is Monique, just hold everybody back.
Try Jesus, don't try Rodney, goddamn.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's disgusting.
Nah,
I can't go to no church like that.
I couldn't even watch it. I was sitting there dead serious, had my eyes.
I would have never saw the whole thing. I'd have been like, come on.
I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it.
Oh,
because it was gross. I'm a Christian, and that was not cute.
I mean, you got to just do a mouth and stuff.
No.
Then my man had to. He not only hit each eye, my man had to go across the whole bridge.
I know. Yeah.
But you know what killed me? What took me out was the drip across his beard, bro. That's the part that killed me.
Oh man,
the drip off his
beard.
Man. I was like, yo, I was over.
I'm gonna have to say like everybody else. I'm uncomfortable.
Monique, she already swinging.
Yeah,
she already swinging.
nah, that's not a good look.
Really? Oh, man. Now, if that was Sister Alla Mae in the back of the pew, that would have been a different story. But stage in front of me, I don't know, bro.
Nah, I'll pass. I'll just have to be blind this day. I'm sorry. I can't, bro.
Oh man. Milk. Man. Jamie, you said MLK. That's right. Here we go. MLK foolishness, man. Jamie, can you show the video about this, man? What's going on? MLK foolishness.
There was this Super Bowl ad that is drawing backlash today. It used Martin Luther King Jr.'s voice to sell Dodge pickup trucks.
Recognize that he who is greatest among you shall be your servant.
A business in Duluth, Minnesota. The sign posted at the shop read, MLK Day sale, 25% off everything black.
He was black. He was proud. He looked good.
This is an ad for a gun shop in Albuquerque offering deals on firearms to apparently honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Take a look. The poster advertises a, quote, Martin Luther King Jr. fun shoot.
Right now is the perfect time to visit the mattress stores with our Martin Luther King Jr. Day sale. To celebrate his birthday, we're passing on huge savings.
Fortnite teaming up with Time magazine to create this in-game tribute to Martin Luther King Jr.
Some saying King's landmark speech doesn't belong in the context of an online shooting game.
This poster has a lot of people shaking their heads in disgust. It shows Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wearing a gold chain promoting a party called Freedom to Twerk.
The image of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on a billboard is triggering outrage.
King was a Republican, the billboard claims. So vote Republican.
DJ Big Boy started of national fury with his strip club flyer using Dr. King's name and image, a handful of cash, and a stripper. And also, I have a dream on his birthday. We can't even show you the language in the headline.
A local tanning salon marketing the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday with this slogan, I have a dream that everyone is tan.
Courtesy the Daily Show for these videos, man. These are classic. I mean, some funny shit. I saw Rihanna got in trouble recently because he showed Martin Luther King with some gold grills. They were ripping on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? Yeah. Sorry. Shout out to thank you, Daily Show, for that. Thoughts, gentlemen?
The complete commercialization of Martin Luther King Day, man. You know it was coming, man. You know what I mean? It's been bigger than us for a long time, and everyone just appropriates it and uses it for their own purposes, So yeah, he was a Republican, but that was a different Republican Party, and it is what it is at this point, man. It's unfortunate. I'm thinking about that Boondocks show where if he was to come back to life and how he would act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Derek, the way I see it is this. First of all, obviously, all of that is wildly inappropriate because when you do that and kind of make some type of caricature out of him and try to dilute the message, this man lost his life trying to fight for freedom. You know what I mean? And for anybody to take that, first of all, anybody in our community is stupid enough to use his image on some type of strip club or party or whatever like that, that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's sacrilegious just for what he did for us, first of all. And then other groups trying to exploit it. And these put like this: you're not going to do that with a Jewish leader. You're not going to do that with a Jewish leader. You're not going to do that with there's certain communities. You're not going to do that with.
Yeah, in the immortal words of Kelvin, we will never get anywhere.
I'm trying to tell you. I tried to tell you a long time ago. If I was live when he was live, I'd have told him. I'm telling you, you just cannot make it. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what they're trying to do is make some type of character out of him. You know what I'm saying? And you have to protect that. You have to preserve that, because if you allow that, then it just dilutes what he stood for. You know what I mean? This man literally, lost his life, fighting for the freedoms of other people, and he knew he was going to lose. He was willing to do it. And now to actually do things like that, you know what I mean? To put him with dollar bills in his hand or a gold chain or things like that. You know what I mean? That's just reprehensible. You know what I mean? I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's right, and I just think, you know, it should be met with some repercussion, honestly. And any business that would do that, I would never, and I mean never, support or frequent that business ever, and I'd make sure they feel it. I really, really mean that.
So that's
I'm
when
very,
you,
very serious about it.
when you use the word allow, that's what I was waiting to hear. Like, allow. How do you stop it? Because it's going to happen. This is just this is just
well, this is the thing. Every business runs on one thing, that currency, and that's how you stop it. Put like this, put like this. I bet you won't do it with Moshack or a Jewish leader. I bet you won't do that.
No, you never do that. No, you never.
No, you won't. And why aren't you gonna do that?
No, because you know it's going to be repercussions.
Because you're gonna be putting on that for rent sign the next day because your business is out of business.
Absolutely.
That's what we need to do, the same thing.
I definitely agree. I think it's an atrocity what they did, and especially when Black people use the image in a negative light. Basically, I think it's a lot of lack of knowledge of history of what Dr. King represented. Basically, those images, you're downplaying what he represented and what he stood for, and how he risked his life for what he believed in. Now, here's a man, as you know, I stand on my square. I respect a man as he willing to go. He went to his grave trying to get equal rights for Black people, and for Black people not to stand up and, you know, recognize his image and give respect to his image. I think that's terrible. From the other end, I respect it from the racist point of view, because now they're trying to use his image and change history about what he represented because they want to profit from it. You know what I'm saying? So they basically say, hey, we're just going to, you know, just step on this guy's legacy, and we're going to just basically say we're just here to promote some and get money. That's about it. But I think it's an atrocity, especially when I saw that Black people were using image in a negative way. But they have no knowledge of history. That's what they're probably
exactly. And let me tell you something. You literally, I had a boss one time that was Jewish. His mother stopped speaking to him because he bought a BMW, a German-made car. Stop speaking to him. That's how serious it runs for some people. That's how serious it is. So if you're gonna use him and exploit his image in a Dodge commercial, I ain't buying a Dodge ever. Then I'll live without it.
And what it is, I think we are the last generation that came out that civil rights movement time. You got to think about it. We born from 68 to early 70s with the last ones. Anybody born in the 80s, these young folks, or the 90s, they don't see it. Our parents went through that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if they came over from down south, my mother would always tell me stories about don't walk signs and the sinks and all that. I mean, the water fountains. So we see it different. These young motherfuckers just lost a lack of. They don't care about history. They don't care about
they have no knowledge.
No knowledge of like the pain
you gotta
and
also
struggle we went through.
The history's been stripped from school as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're not getting any information of history, and what's important to them is about basically what they learn on social media. You know, and then I gotta tell you, you can measure a person's intelligence. All you gotta do is scroll through their page and see who they follow, and that'll be the level of their intelligence. Right.
No, if you having a conversation with somebody just on the street, the first thing if you cite a source, they automatically expect a Google link or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just beyond the pale of just like, I read a book, an actual book or something like that. I got some other than, you know, somebody told me something on the internet, man. It shit doesn't even exist anymore, man. You know, we're just like an instant information. When an instant information time, and all the information that we get is not real or critical.
But the sad thing is, Derik, we have a community that can't afford to do that. We already have our history compromised.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So this one person, for you to sit there and make some type of caricature of him, or make some type of his image, like some type of buffoonery out of his image, you see what I'm saying? We barely have anything to hold on now. You know what I mean? So in other words, we major in minors and minor in majors. So if somebody threatened to shut down TikTok for 24 hours, you're going to see protests and riots in the street over some nonsensical stuff. And that's the thing. And that's a shame. This person should be revered. This person went up against this country. This person went up against a system. You know what I'm saying? Like literally what he did at age 26, this man got the right for people to actually ride in the front of a bus. It's an amazing thing to bankrupt the Atlanta bus system at age 26. He and Malcolm X never lived to see the age of 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for what they've done and to sit there and exploit that, it's reprehensible. It makes absolutely no sense.
Well, you got a point too. Juan says it's really not the school's responsibility. As parents, it's our responsibility to teach our children our history. You got a point on that too.
But like you said, those same parents are born in the 80s.
Yeah. Like I said, when grandma's 42 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the thing is, I always saw the situation with the bus boycott. If you look back then, how intelligent he knew that if we want to hurt him, you hurt him right in that pocket. But the thing is, we will not do that shit today.
No.
We won't do it today.
It was amazing that it worked.
You
know, still won't go back to it.
Yeah. But go ahead.
No, but what's so funny is I remember when there was supposed to be a boycott against Gucci amongst African Americans, and you know, some of the rappers got on board and they said we're going to boycott Gucci, this and that. I remember watching the morning show, and a certain rapper, I ain't going to say his name, the first thing he said out of his mouth was, well, they asked him, was he part of the boycott? He said, yeah, I got to support the homies because they told me that, you know, we can't promote Gucci no more. We can't wear it. None of that. He said, I'm going to respect that. He said, but I got to hope and hurry up that this boycott ends soon because I just bought an $800 Gucci jacket and I'm dying to wear it. That's what he said. But the thing is, they have you in a spell. So it doesn't matter what they did, and it doesn't matter what you're standing with. It's more important to you to wear that Gucci jacket.
Yeah, Sean says, Rodney, you know that will never happen.
Yeah. Not going to happen. But we can't unify anymore.
This is what I want y'all to tell all young
Birmingham, Alabama. Juan said it wasn't Atlanta bus, but it was Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah.
Correction.
This is what I want to tell all young people. This is a crazy. I always use the analogy, and I think Chicken Wing, when I used to go out speaking to the kids in schools, King was only 23 years old when he did that. And if I'm talking to 18 years, I say, listen, you're only 5 years removed from Martin Luther King when he moved a massive amount of people. Are you even working to your ability to be like that at all? You're 18, so you can't tell me it's like a 40-year-old person. King died, he was 39, maybe 36, somewhere around there. Because Malcolm
is 39. I think it's 39.
I know Malcolm died around 30 because Malcolm was born in 1925.
They never saw 40, right? They never saw 40.
Yeah, because King was born in 1929, Malcolm was born in 1925. So them to die so young, like, you know, you 23 years old, you moving massive amount of people. That's it's when you think about
I know Rosa Parks was involved, but he's the one that organized the boycott.
Yeah. So, but this next subject, man, I think this is some bullshit. I don't think we should be talking about these good white folk. Cracker Barrel, Tennessee jury ordered the chain to pay the man $9.4 million after he was served a glass filled with a chemical. I think.
What did he do?
Some bullshit. I don't know, lying on good white folk. Whatever he did, it's Kool-Aid, lying on good white folk.
I want everybody that's viewing at home, just know that 3 of those little square boxes you see on your screen have 3 people who are apologists for Cracker Barrel. I happen to be not one of those people, but I don't care if Cracker Barrel show up with a swastika and a "We Hate Black People" sale. There's 3 people here. It's their weakness. It's their kryptonite.
The price is too affordable to boycott Cracker Barrel, man. You can't boycott feeding 4 people for $5, man.
They will put that on a Cupid doll or something and sell that in the front, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
get it right. Get the story right. You know, that's Cracker Barrel. There's good people over there, man.
Good white folk.
And I'm you know, honey, listen, that's a strong word.
Yeah.
It's a strong phrase.
Wait, listen. Is this particular incident racist? That's all I want to know. Is this particular incident racist?
See, that's what I'm talking about, Mickey. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, because the thing is, you know, I mean, it's like 8 of my family in here. And like,
Ryan got a whole bunch of people in this family.
Huh?
Ryan got a whole bunch of people in this family.
I can feed them all for $40 in Cracker Barrel.
And you come out safe. You can't do this in a Waffle House.
You leave there full.
See, good biscuits. They get a pass.
All right, so basically to the gentleman,
this
is your fault, brother. You got to learn how to discern whether it's poison or not.
Yeah. You gotta learn.
I'm trying to find out what this person did. You know, they need to free Cracker Barrel.
What's the backstory on that person?
Yeah,
it might be black or white crime.
What's the backstory of that person? What is his criminal record? What did he skip school in 6th grade?
No, you're right, T. He got to specify. You want water or you want poison? You got to. Hey, how you know we?
Yeah, come on now. Man, lying on good white folks.
Yeah.
Yo, give this guy's name to Shauna so she can run his name and see if this guy is legitimate.
Word, Shauna, find out this guy lying.
Find out this guy's legitimate.
Yeah. So we need to find out what's going on there, right there.
Word out.
Put the feds on him.
Straight off of Dr. King weekend. Just like
they didn't use the N-word on him, right?
It's the
gift shop. Just saying, honey, these are good white folks.
First, the fat boys break up, and that is.
Listen, don't lie on good white folks. Don't lie on them good white folks.
D. There wasn't any racial slurs used in this incident.
No.
This was a cup of chemicals that was actually given.
That shit can happen anywhere.
And D.
How can you put that on them?
Shauna.
No, Rodney,
everybody. Kelvin, you by yourself on this one, Kelvin.
Yeah, exactly.
No, wait a minute. I got one more question.
Go ahead, Rodney. Go ahead.
The question is, did they charge him for the glass of chemicals?
They didn't even charge him.
They probably didn't charge him.
No.
Yeah, good.
No. He might have came in there with that shit.
He might have brought it in there. Exactly.
He got a free glass. He got a free drink. Everything.
This right here. This place was created to stop the movement, and that's what it did.
Yo, they be having those sweet, those pecan pies or the holiday season. Come on, son.
Them damn biscuits they put out there, man, and all that, man. Come on.
So we're not gonna even ask them to be a sponsor. We just go promote them off the
casserole. What is that?
Hash brown casserole.
Casserole. Let me tell you something. Everything comes with those biscuits, and they serve grits.
Yep.
Yo, come on.
You bugging.
Leave them people alone.
Pancakes with the crispy edges. Come on.
Yes.
All right. Well, you know what? I apologize. We know we was
and
wrong.
You should. And you should.
Sammy, show Shauna's comment again. I want you to show Shauna's comment again.
Give Kelvin a scroll.
What did he do to them good folks at Cracker Barrel? That is we ain't dealt with that yet. We ain't dealt with that yet.
Slandering them people's name.
That's right. This is a slander campaign.
Good folks.
Take that over to the Waffle House.
Yes. Yo, there's no fights. There's no fights.
The peach cobbler.
Anybody make peach cobbler, they innocent. Anybody make peach cobbler like
Kelvin, Kelvin, I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks for the solidarity, brothers.
Okay. D.
I drove an hour and a half of Cracker Barrel. Go ahead, bro.
Come back home.
D. Has there ever been a fight on social media at Cracker Barrel?
Never.
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 I take my family there. I feel safe.
Yep. Yes. Word up. You know what I'm saying? So
Kelvin, you better stop this, Kelvin. You better stop it.
It is something in the Waffle House that makes people automatically fight.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me right now.
It's
Yo.
the waffle.
Yo. Bring them the comment from No Rat too, man.
There you go, Maya. That man lied on those good people.
Okay, yo, is there anything they could do to lose your anything?
Right to Cracker Barrel next week. She said, I live in Tennessee where they're based. The food is great and the gift shop is great, but that company ain't shit.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, listen. Little racism don't hurt.
Derek.
Thank you, Norette. At least give
it takes all types in this world. It takes all types in this world. You know what I mean?
Some get a pass.
Birds are all different colors. People are all different colors. We all have different opinions. It takes all types in this world. That's all.
I don't believe it.
Let me tell you something. No matter how many people I go to Cracker Barrel with, I'll pay the bill.
I'll
pay the bill.
That is a fact. Me too.
We got to do a remote from there, right?
And they got the vintage candies in the shop.
Word up.
They got Chico sticks.
You know what? You can't get mad at. Come on, man.
D talking about some word up like he forgot about that.
Motherfuckers sell pop rocks, man.
They do.
Pop rocks.
D. They sell the wax with the juice in it.
I think
brother.
I think there are some people, some very short-sighted individuals out here.
Brother, you doing just what they want you to do, bro.
Yo.
There you go. I got you. Yo, listen, I paid for the whole audience. It's only gonna cost me $75.
No, y'all not gonna lay out their whole menu out on the chat.
Listen, man.
Yo, they got Boston baked beans there too.
Yo, they got dumplings.
Yeah, they got chicken and dumplings.
Hey,
Yeah,
come on now.
All right, no rest.
In this person with the experience, accusations, you should be. You should be.
Yo, I'm about to shut it down right now.
Go ahead, Rodney. What you got?
They got fried apples. It's over.
Kelvin, get out of here, Kelvin. With that
fried apples.
Yeah, that shit. Waffle House, Waffle House forks as flat as this pad.
Yeah.
Rodney. Boy is a white racist word.
Ain't nobody said boy in there.
Word up.
Ain't nobody said boy. Another thing too, Waffle House, don't they serve your food like on a paper plate sometimes?
No.
They give you plates now at Waffle House? That must be new.
That's why the table's always sticky. Ain't no goddamn plates.
Table always sticky and the floor always sticky.
Always.
Oh man.
Okay, wait a minute. Now I know why they fight in the Waffle House, because the traction on the floor is so good. You don't have to slip. You keep your footing in there. You can't fall.
And they got the thing, the bathroom in the Waffle House is always wet.
Yo, how much would it be to get one of those franchises? Like $18, $20 to get a Waffle House?
You can't. It's not a franchise.
You said you need to ask that.
Word up. I would never, bro. Seriously.
Wait, hold on. I just realized what y'all did. That was ill. How y'all just diverted the attention to the Waffle House. Y'all brilliant. I see what y'all just did.
Roaches and natives work there. Exactly.
Hey, listen, Maya, speaking of roaches, this is crazy. A man finds a cockroach in his ear after swimming in New Zealand. I have a story. I have a friend. Well, Jamie and I have a friend. We grew up. His house was the house of ill repute. So anything went on in this guy's house. He had a roach caught in his ear long time ago in his ear, and we took him to Jamaica Hospital. And when the doctor had to go inside with the tweezers, he was like, "Oh, I got a leg. Oh, I got the wing." It was like he was like playing Operation.
Let me say something, D. I'm gonna be honest with you, and God rest us. So I had an aunt that if you was gonna be a roach, you had to train at her house. That's where you got certified. Straight up, like you could not be like any roach you've ever seen had to go to my aunt's house to train. It was just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was a kid, I used to get a water gun, turn off the lights, and as soon as I turned it back on, it was on. And they had guns too, to be honest with you. I mean, it was ill. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, never. And to be fair, she lived in a building that had roaches, so I can't say it was her. I'll just say usually that was the training center, though. Yeah. Like I can't front.
I could top that, Kelvin.
Go ahead.
When I used to work as a police officer, I remember getting a call for domestic violence. Husband and wife was fighting. So we knocked on the door. The roach opened the door and said, "They in here fighting." I'm telling you, I never saw any roaches in an apartment in my life. I said, "Everybody come outside."
That's bad when the police have to retreat.
Yo, I thought a roach was gonna take my gun. I'm dead serious. I said, "No, we can't do this. Everybody come outside." Roaches was on the wall. Roaches was sitting on the couch.
You ever seen it so bad? At my aunt's house, they was in the TV.
Yeah, they everywhere.
They was in the TV. I mean, yo, it was crazy. You had all types of Ziploc bags and stuff there because it was.
That's the key. And when you got roaches like that, man, you got to Ziploc everything, man. Everything got to sit in the refrigerator Ziploc. I've been there.
Yo, Raid ain't mean nothing in there. Raid ain't mean nothing. It made it stronger.
Yeah. My cousin had a roach in her ear one time too, and she kept saying, "I think I'm going crazy. Something's moving in my head." And she went to the emergency room, and sure enough, it was a baby roach.
Easy.
Yeah. And yo, she had insomnia after that. She wouldn't sleep in her house, and she thought another roach was gonna crawl in her ear.
I want to tell this fly story so bad, but my producer told me he will.
He said, "Wait,
air freshener."
Yo, I want to tell this fly story so bad, but my producer Jamie said not to tell it. So if you guys say tell it, I will tell it. What you guys think?
Tell it.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday, bro.
Don't do it.
We got to listen to the producer, especially on his birthday, brother.
Okay, yeah, you got to fall back.
Oh man, I thought this was less chop it up.
If you tell the story, he's gonna give you the scroll.
No, he's gonna throw me in the backstage.
And yeah, he can take you off the screen. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a bitch ass move.
No, don't tell me.
See, the rest. Let's see what you gotta go with the fans. Maya saying, "Tell it." Come on. One more person. I'm telling. One more person say, "Tell it." I'm telling the damn story.
We got an issue.
Look, he waiting for it too. Look at.
Come on now. Somebody say, "Tell it."
Hey, go for it. Go for it.
Oh man, I gotta listen to the viewers. We gotta listen to the viewers, Jamie. That's what support us.
Get the people what they want.
Get
the people what they need.
Hey. Said, tell it.
There it is. There it is.
Tell it.
So long time ago, we had a bug. I mean, we was hanging out in the South Carolina, and we in the apartment telling jokes. You know me, I'm telling some crazy ass jokes. And one of our dear friends is close to the show. I ain't gonna say, but his birthday's in this month. Oh shit, this motherfucker's gonna wrap it up. So okay. Anyway, I'm trying to speed up the goddamn joke before he cut me off. I'm telling the joke, no lie. We drinking, and my man got the biggest laugh. Ha ha ha! This fly goes down his throat. This motherfucker's gagging. I'm ready to give him the fucking Heimlich. And all he spits up is half the roach. Half the fly.
Mm.
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Yo.
Then this motherfucker washes down with some Bush beer. The cheapest beer we could find for $3. He had a roach and beer sandwich.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean, a roach and fly. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
That's my man. That's my man. I love him to death, man. I'm glad he didn't block me off of that one. I just had to let that out. It's your birthday, man. So you know I'm out there. Always have to put some funny shit for your birthday, man. I love you. Love you like cook food, bro. Jamie, what I gotta go to next, man? I forgot. Am I talking about? Oh yeah, boxing. So it's alleged Mike Tyson might fight Jake Paul coming up, man. What do you guys think? It's alleged. We don't know for sure. Real quick, let's go. We got 3 minutes to get it in.
Real quick. Save Derik for last. He's a special guy.
Okay, Derik, go ahead, Rodney.
So the thing is, this is all I gotta say about it. I think it's supposed to be for like $50 million, right? Yeah. For a payday, good look for Mike Tyson. For his legacy, I say it's a bad look. That's all I got to say about it. Now, I don't know too many people that can turn down $50 million. So if he gets gets the contract done, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson's going to do it at those type of numbers.
Definitely. I don't like it either, though. I don't like it, and I'm not sure whether these things are the outcome is kind of predetermined or not. Some people, some other boxers seem to feel that way. They feel that these guys are not really great boxers, have some knockout power, but really not, as far as their footwork. And if they get in there with somebody like a Mike Tyson, who at one point was the most dangerous man in the ring.
On the planet.
I just don't want and I think, Rodney, you made a point when you said like professional wrestling.
I want Derik. Yeah, it's like professional. I want Derik to get his comment, and I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna look up his last comment after Derik. Go ahead, Derik.
Okay, I'm gonna actually, of course, as always, disagree. All right. I think that it is just it's almost like another episode. Remember that show Pros versus Joes? They would have like retired professional athletes that would come in against kind of also rans or just amateurs. It's almost like a version of that, except for Mike gets to get in the ring one more time, beat somebody's head in that kind of is it's almost a poser of a boxing, and there's some intrigue. Mike is 50 plus years old. He's closer to 60, I think, at this point than 50. You know what I mean? I believe, or right there. And this is a young, strapping guy. The Paul brothers, we have to acknowledge that they are now professional boxers. They have had more than one professional boxing match. All right, so we need to maybe start thinking of them as pros, which they are. They've made a lot more money, made a lot of people pissed off in the process. But it is what it is. So one more final score for Mike. I believe I'm hearing it's $100 million. I don't know how true that is. But whatever it is, it's a nice score for Mike. Always good to see him get a payday and perhaps knock a head off it twice. Somebody who maybe deserves it. So I'm all for it, man.
Well, before we wrap, one thing I want to say, I know where this fight is going to go down at. This fight will be at the Waffle House. That fight will go down at the Waffle House. I guarantee you. And this shit will be over $100 million. This will be $200 million because both of their feet will be stuck in the same spot, and we'll duke it out in a center square, no place else, at the Waffle House. I'm telling you right now, probably Waffle House on 2 Notch Road in Columbia, South Carolina. That said, brothers, this is another great show, man. Had a lot of fun today. I hope everyone had fun with us. Thanks for all the comments. Please like and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you, everyone that was rocking with us tonight. Peace, peace, and peace.